5 saves for you to play on FM24 right now, because we've got time to play a new save right now, haven't we? I've even thrown in the save files so that you can just load them up and get started straight away. You don't need to worry about downloading custom databases or up-to-date realistic results or anything of that nature. These are ready to go. Load them in and get started. So let's have a look at the first one. The first save that I want to share with you is this one here, Ipswich Town, but Premier League Ipswich Town, of course. It's an up-to-date database. Remember, you're going to get the save file. Just load it in and you can start playing. Here they are as a Premier League team. Look, there's the little badge there. They are predicted to finish 10th, that's very punchy for Ipswich. But you should see, if we click all the way through here, that everything should be up to date. They should have their new signings in there. Smodic is there, look, playing as the number 10. Jack Clark on the left-hand side there. They should be able to approach this season. There's Calvin Phillips, look, in on loan. Up-to-date transfers, up-to-date database, up-to-date, ready to start, and see if you can keep Ipswich in the Premier League. It's one of those saves that I think a lot of people have been asking for. As soon as FM25 was delayed, people are asking for, well, drop a patch then. A transfer update, an up-to-date database. That's what this is. And actually, if you didn't want to do Ipswich with this save file, it starts as unemployed. You can just add a manager to any Premier League team and go from there, maybe even Championship teams and onwards. But I think Ipswich is a really fun save. So that's my save idea in this Premier League table here, look, with also Southampton in there. Also Leicester will be in there somewhere. There they are, look. Let's have a look at that season preview, actually, because I feel like that was interesting. Ipswich. Okay, there you go. It's updated. Very much now predicted to finish 20th. I did think 10th was very punchy. Them and Southampton are on 600 to 1. That's a little bit more like it. City are favourites. Arsenal, 4th behind Newcastle. Interesting. Maybe Newcastle could be a fun save here too. But Ipswich is the first one. As I have mentioned, the save file will be in a link in the description of today's video. I'll probably put it in a comment and pin that as well. It takes you to my Patreon. Don't worry. It's for free members. So all you need to do is become a member of my Patreon. You don't need to pay at all. If you want to, of course, and you want to support me, then feel free to do so. But if you become a free member, you'll be able to download all of these save files from today's video. And a lot of them are adaptable too, that you don't need to go for the team that I go for. Just add a manager to whichever team you want to take over and go from there. Also, things like leagues, we've kind of tried to go with what leagues we think need to be loaded for this particular save. But if you wanted to add or remove some, just go to this screen and add some, and then after the first season it will adjust from there. But they should be set up in a way that is right for you, hopefully. Yeah, enjoy. Let's go through to our second save idea. Oh, can I just jump in ahead of myself there for a second just to say, please subscribe to the channel. We're aiming for 100,000 subscribers, and I'm not going to make any secrets about it. I need your help to be able to get there. So please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also, if this is your type of thing, if you're thinking about a new save and you're worrying about what database do I need to download, which leagues do I need to load, how do I actually set it up, we can help. All of these saves were set up by members of my Discord. So maybe consider joining the Discord and putting a few messages in there, because there are always people willing to help. The link to the Discord is in the description of today's video. So come in, say hello. We've got a lovely group of people in there, a lovely Clayts community, which makes me sick to the stomach to say, but genuinely, they're very nice. Anyway, let's continue with the next one. Next up, Como in Serie A this season, and they've been managed by Cesc Fabregas, and it's just a really interesting save, I think, for lots of different reasons. You can go and play as them now by loading up this save file and just have a look at the squad that they've put together. There's some real names in there, isn't there? Like Belotti leading the line, Alberto Moreno playing left back, Pepe Reina in goal. They did have Rafael Varane before he then retired, but if you can keep this slot in Serie A and then maybe take them higher and challenge for the league, etc., etc., I think there's a really fun save there for you. Let me go through and actually see where they are predicted to finish in this first season. There's the full squad, by the way. If I just sort these by value, maybe Emil Odero, he used to be like a wonder kid goalkeeper. Do you remember, like way back in the day? Alberto Moreno there, look, we talked about Sergi Roberto plays for Fabregas in this team. Verdi's a good player. Loads of different players. Let me see that Serie A prediction. They are predicted to finish 17th, so just above the relegation zone there. So there's a little bit of challenge, but then maybe when you build from there, you can turn Como, beautiful Como, into a bit of a powerhouse in Italy. I hope you like the idea. Enjoy it. Go for it if you want to. It is, of course, an up-to-date database as well. This is the current Serie A table, so Everything's up to date. If you wanted to go for another Serie A team, you could even add a manager to them instead. Maybe go and take over at Napoli and try and take them to a league title, for example. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Let's go through to the next one. We are back in England for my next save, and we are here at Bromley. Now, Bromley, this is a fun save because they're in the Football League this season for the first time in their 132-year history. This is the ultimate rags to riches type save, isn't it? A team that gets themselves into the Football League for the first time ever. Can you then take them to go and win the Premier League? That is sort of the dream here. Maybe even the Champions League. It's one of those ones where, I won the Champions League with Bromley. It's one of those ones that you tell your mates about, and it's almost memed, isn't it, the way that we talk about that. It's going to be a definite challenge, I think. Ignore this here where it says media prediction of 8th, because here is the squad that you inherit. Again, it's an up-to-date database. This shows all of their actual transfer business that's been done. It should be reflective of the way that the real life season started a couple of months ago now for Bromley. If I go through again, I want to show you, as we've done with all of these, and also remember, if you want to add a manager to a different Sky Bet League 2 team, you can use this save file and go and do that too, because the save file starts with you unemployed. Just add the manager to Bromley here. Get yourself going. Your manager is in then, and you can get yourself from there. Just a note too, there is going to be, Beyond has helped me to set up this particular save file. If you want to get rid of Beyond in the game, just go to him and retire him, and he'll be no longer in your way. I'm sure that you want to know how to make sure you do that. The expectations for Bromley is to avoid relegation, and well, how much of a challenge will that be? According to the season preview, it is a relative challenge. They are predicted to finish 23rd out of 24. Joint favourites to finish bottom, if you like, with 300-1 with Newport County. Again, start at the very bottom of the Football League. Can you take them to the very top of the English Premier League? Sounds like a good save to me. Hopefully you enjoyed this as an idea. I've got 2 more for you. Let's have a look. For my penultimate save file for you guys in today's video, I have headed over to Spain with Girona, who, of course, last season did amazingly underneath manager Michel. They finished 3rd in La Liga, and they therefore qualified for the Champions League. And I think that's what makes this a really interesting save to take on. Can you do well in the Champions League? Can you get them back in the Champions League next season? Because Spain's difficult. You've got Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, of course. Can you break in and become the 4th best team, or even maybe aim higher? They finished 3rd last year, of course. That's the challenge, I think, with this one. It is another one where we have an up-to-date database. This is going into the current season that we are watching right now, where they are in the Champions League. You've got this squad to work with. You've lost Savio, so you're going to need to try and replace him potentially, although they didn't in real life, did they? You've got, Daily Blind at the back here. You've got Danjuma on the left, Abel Ruiz leading the line. Sigankov is always really good in FM, isn't he? A really fun squad to work with, and I think quite a challenging save, as we've done with all of our saves so far. I just want to show you where they're predicted to finish, which I'm going to say it's not going to be as high as last season. They are way down in 10th, so you've got your work cut out for you with players like Stuani and Yannick Herrera. You've got your work cut out here if you want to get them back to where they were last season. Maybe a little bit of pressure coming in as well. I actually want to see what is the expectation. It is to be competitive in the Champions League, but I suppose you're only predicted to finish, or expected to finich, mid-table in La Liga, so maybe a bit of pressure off actually. What type of transfer budget have you got? You've got 15 million to spend at the start of this save, with only a tiny bit of wage budget too. Loads of transfers that are waiting to happen as well here. I think it could be a really fun save. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and let's go through to our final save of today's video. And the final save that I'm sharing with you here today is, I think, going to be a popular one. It's definitely a highly requested one at that. It is, of course, Bordeaux in France. Now, what's happened to them is obviously very, very sad. They've been relegated down to, I think it's the 4th division of French football. But when a sad situation like this does happen, Football Manager players, they don't feel as sad, because they go, that's going to be a really good Football Manager save. And that definitely happened when this news broke out, didn't it? So Bordeaux all the way down there. This now represents an amazing challenge for FM players. Can you get them back to the top of French football? And then from that point, can you then go and, it's another big task to try and topple PSG after you've already, scrambled their way back up from the 4th division. With all their financial problems, with having to start again, basically, it's classic Football Manager. And I'm hoping here, with an up-to-date database, with Bordeaux down in the 4th division, with Andy Carroll at the club, I'm going to present you with the perfect save to get you through until FM25. You've got 4 months. In that 4 months, round about 4 months time, I want to see you guys get Bordeaux to the top of French football, which they've been before. Andy Carroll is going to spearhead it. They've got other decent players that have moved there as well that they've managed to hold on to. They should, you'd imagine, be pretty much favourites going into this first season. I will check. They are in the Championnat National 2B league, apparently, and they're big favourites. They are 1-91 on odds to win this first season, first league of the save. So from this point, just build and build from there. You've got, as I mentioned, and I think this is maybe the biggest selling point, you do have Andy Carroll. The up-to-date transfers are done. Andy Carroll, the big striker, will lead the line. I love it as a move that he's actually made in real life, by the way, going to actually go and play there. He loves the story. I reckon Andy Carroll plays FM. That's the vibe that I'm getting from him. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy this. I hope that you can get yourselves loaded in and get yourself playing in these saves. At least one of the saves that I've shared with you today. Take the quest on, take the challenge on, and good luck. I do hope those save files and these save ideas are useful to you. Let me know in the comments down below if there are other ideas that you've got that perhaps you'd want to see in a follow-up video. Maybe you've got a really good idea for a save that you just have to share. Maybe you guys watching as well, check the comment section because there might be some other ideas that take your fancy too. On that note, I did also tweet out this tweet saying, what save should I do in the gap before FM25? Wrong answers only. And I just thought I'd read out a couple of them to end today's video. First of all, from Katie, she says, get your badges. You've probably got enough time to hit a UEFA B. And the sad fact is, you probably just about do, don't you? Another one, Demo said solve world hunger. Not quite sure that's an FM save, but I like the idea. And finally, Rick just says, get a real job. Cheers, Rick, for that one. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you found it useful, and please subscribe to the channel so that I don't need to get a real job. Cheers. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.